everyone, it's Tyler again with the Dauber Stopper Home Care Team. So today I want to talk about something that gets brought up to me quite often from random people all over, and that subject is going to be air filters. Which one do you use and which one is right for you and why? So a lot of us, depending on where we shop at, the big orange place or the big blue place, you walk into it, you see the air filter counter, and it's just covered from head to toe, all kinds of different numbers, different sizes, but it's just a filter, right? So shouldn't they all be the same? Wrong. There's 3 different types that you're looking at that all grade the same concept. How much bacteria or pollens get through the filter. The first one we're gonna cover is MERV. The second one is gonna be MPR or 3M, and the third one is gonna be your FPR. Now the reason I bring up all 3 of these is because depending on where you shop, like I said, the big orange store or the big blue store, they carry different ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and break down each one of those for you, and if you'll follow along with me on the screen, I'm actually right now gonna put up on the screen a conversion chart for all 3 of them so you can kind of see where we're talking about. Okay, so now you're asking yourself, what am I looking at? Well, I'm gonna go over the first rating, which is MERV, Minimum Efficiency Reporting Value. And all that is a ranking from 1 to 16, letting you know the thickness of the filter. 1 being the smallest number, being the thinnest filter, meaning that it's gonna allow a lot more allergies, dust, or big particles through. 16 being the thickest filter out, meaning it's not gonna let anything through, along with air. And the reason I say that is a lot of people tend to think that the better the filter, the thicker, the better the system runs, which is not accurate. So, and the analogy I like to use is a car. A car runs off of gasoline, correct? Well, your HVAC system runs off of return air. The thicker the filter, the less air gets through, which equivalents to the less gas getting through to run the system. Meaning that you're gonna bog or overwork your system because it's starving for air. So 16 is not always great, and 1 is definitely not where you wanna be. Now, I will give you my personal reference. I prefer to stay around the 8 to 11 MERV rating, which translates into a 1,000 to 1,200 MRP rating and roughly a 7 FPR rating. So all the MPR stands for is Microparticle Performance Rating. And then the FPR is for Filter Performance Rating. Now, I know I gave you 3 different things. They all mean the same thing, which is why I put the conversion chart on there. It just depends on where you shop at, which one you're gonna get. So I've actually went and bought a filter, and I'm gonna grab and show you what I'm looking at. So I went to my local store, and I got my filter. Now, I wanna point something out to you. See the different rating? It does not have all 3 ratings on it, and this is all dependent on where you shop at. I prefer the 1085 pleated filter. 1, because I believe pleated actually catches a lot more of the debris, the physical debris. I have pets, I have children, I have all kinds of things running through my house. So I need something that can catch all of that before it redistributes into the clean air, which is perfectly fine. I'm not using the top of the line 2800 or the bottom of the line 300. I like to stay right in the middle at my 1085 rating. So now I've showed you the filter that I like, and I've kind of gone over some of the ratings for you. I just want to show you as a closing statement the filter I just pulled out of a customer's home. Now, mind you, this customer has pets, children, and everything else you could think of. And they've only had this filter in there for, they said, 7 weeks. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like. Yeah. Pretty disgusting. Well, you know what's even more disgusting is this is your first line of defense that gets redistributed back into your home. I don't like breathing that. Hopefully you don't either. Now also, you can tell how thin this is. Okay, team, so hopefully I was able to answer some of the crazy air filter questions that I get, but as a closing statement, I do want to reiterate the main 3 things. 1, change your air filter every 2 to 3 months, sometimes more. 2, make sure your air filter is facing the right direction. And I'm gonna show you real quick. There is an arrow on every air filter. The air is going to the system. So the outside should always have the arrow pointed into the return duct. Are we following that? The air goes this way, okay? Most important thing. And lastly, mark your air filters with a date. That way you can keep accountability for when the last time you were that changed it, and it helps when you're talking to your HVAC guy and defending your case. So hopefully I was able to answer a lot of your questions. If you like it, Love us, share it, post it, whatever you can. That's it, guys.